Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your, actually never humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by our beautiful co-host, Drew.
What the hell? No.
Wait,
I am so ready to smack you for many reasons. He's taking a conversation we had off air earlier
Big
about
Drew.
some of the no. I am Andrew to you, Andrew TD. How you doing?
I was like, who the fuck's Drew?
Sizemore.
That's what I was like, what the fuck is that?
All right, everybody take note. TD doesn't like it when you call him Drew.
Not a fan.
And dialing in from the left coast, our favorite Brain Damage.
God damn it, I pressed the wrong button.
Boom. Oh. Boom.
Both the West Coast slums. Absolutely.
I don't think you know how to do this right, Sizemore.
I don't.
He doesn't.
I don't at all.
Me neither, though. I got you guys right, and then somehow when I hit mine, I just hit pen instead of spotlight.
Yeah, I did the same thing. There we go. So you're three beautiful co-hosts, and we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a trademark patented, absolutely essential part of every episode of Facebook for the Blind. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? I think you do.
Yes.
I'm talking about something coming up here.
Anatomical round one.
No, he's stalling for something else.
That's right. Oh, wow. Huh. Boy, you take 1 week off. You take 1 week off, and then suddenly you can't do anything. We'll fix it in post.
Love you, Eric.
You know what I'm talking about? The depressing news. Oh, yeah. Crazy amounts of news, unprecedented amounts of news, as always. Believe it or not, this was the big stupid story this week. Whole bunch of right-wingers. I'm going to blank this guy's name out because I don't want everybody to be mad at my middle school PE teacher. But here's a picture of it says, I stand with Angela Carini, who was an Italian woman boxer in the Olympics. The right wing decided to lose their stinking minds over this. So that was like a tremendous number of stupid posts. Really, just a tremendous number of stupid posts. So I replied to this guy with, what is a woman? Because the thing is, her opponent was born with a vagina, and I'm not getting into it, but it was just like, dudes, you guys are angry at anything. Absolutely anything. Hey, the suspense is over. Thank God. We now have a vice presidential candidate picked by presidential candidate Kamala Harris. So it's going to be Governor Tim Walz of Michael's home state of Minnesota. And his first quote that I like was, make that bastard wake up afterwards and know that a black woman kicked his ass and sent him on the road.
I'm already a huge fan of this guy. I saw some of his greatest hits earlier.
Dude, was so much nicer than any of the other wusses they put up who can't land a punchline. It's like, all right, yeah, take it.
Right?
Yeah. Lot of weather in Facebook for the Blind Depressing News Weather Department. We have this post from Anushka, who says, got a picture of some very overcast clouds here. It just says, currently driving towards Mordor. Friend of the show, Michael Matthews, says, well, I mean, you can't simply walk there. So... in the constant file of every accusation is a confession. Yet another red-hatted Republican, this time Aberdeen, Washington City Councilman Riley Carter, has been arrested for of a kid. And of course, he was out there saying, yeah, make pedophiles afraid again, because every time they accuse anybody,
oh no,
You should Google it, and you should look them up, and you should check your local sex predator offense page.
My roommate.
Friend of the show, Dennis, has pointed out here that dear mainstream media, this is Rachel Scott. She was one of the journalists at the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists, interviewing the former disgraced president. She actually asked him tough questions and did not let him lie in his answers. This is what actualist journalists do. Take note. It was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Freaking awesome. There was a big prisoner swap that the former disgraced president said he would get done, but didn't actually get done with Russia. And actually, Biden did get it done. And you saw Biden and Harris, like, and all the returning journalists in the prisoner swap and whatnot. So, of course, the orange tangerine toddler couldn't let that go. So he congratulated Putin on another great deal. I don't know.
Oh.
The man came up in wrestling, and he will do anything for the heat. Am I saying that right, TD?
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty good analogy. Yeah.
Yes.
All about the heat. Here, Jeffrey St. Clair has a post showing firefighting efforts out west in California at 400,000 acres. The Park Fire outside Chico is now the 5th largest in
Park
California.
fire.
5th largest in
You
history.
can't breathe.
Nothing to see here, folks. Then there was
It's hot as fuck.
There was this big stock market crash on Monday, and a lot of people were tripped out about that, that all kinds of things had shot down. Chicago was super proud because singer Chappell Roan drew a massive crowd to her Thursday Lollapalooza set. Apparently, a record-breaking.
Ugh.
And I'd like you to notice that this is during the day.
Ooh.
This is during the day. This is during the day. You don't get that many people going into Chicago during the day.
No, it's
For
during the
anything.
day.
Apparently, in 1988, the former disgraced president told journalists that his mother had been an alternate in the Czechoslovakian ski team in the 72 Olympics. However, it's been fact-checked, and it's not true at all. But that didn't stop Don Trump Jr. from saying, my mom was an Olympian. People were like, no, actually, your daddy lied to you again.
Again.
Here's the bit I wanted to get to. Walter Handloser, who is an interesting cat, really just a guy who likes to walk a lot and run competitively, and that's it. But he happened to post this about the female boxer, kerfuffle. It says, to all of you who shared the Imam Khalif story saying that she was a biological male, you were lied to. Worse, you were lied to easily. You came across a story that fit a narrative you believed, you shared it without fact-checking or source examination or any form of core media literacy. You failed to interrogate the media, you took it on, and you took it in on the most basic level. You fed the rumor mill with information, failed to vet it, failed to look at it, all to assist in a culture war. In short, you made yourself a mark. You wanted to be lied to, and your media delivered. Now, here's the important question. Where will you go from here? Are you going to, you're out there saying fake media and lying media and whatnot. What are you going to do now? How are you going to show a little bit of due diligence? Will you take this opportunity to be better, a more informed denizen of the internet? I thought that was pretty cool. And guys, this thing has 3.2 million shares. I literally saw right-wing pundits saying, this is not a woman. And it's like, after all this crap about what is a woman and this is a woman, it's like, it doesn't even count if you're born with a vagina. It's these people have lost their minds. And I'm really hoping that we can continue to mock and shame them a lot. What did I talk about here? People were still talking about the Olympics, as we said. Katie Ledecker has taken so many medals, it's insane. Simone Biles is doing amazing. It's been a fantastic Olympics, and idiots decided to get angry about this crap, which is pretty funny. So lastly, this one I'm not seeing anywhere else, and it's pissing me off. Did you guys see that suitcases full of cash? Yes, that's right. $10 million in cash in green bills were withdrawn by the Egyptian intelligence service. And
leaving too.
A couple days later, Donald Trump claimed that he was going to put $10 million of his own money, all in cash, into his campaign.
It wasn't.
So So the FBI immediately began investigating.
No.
But then Attorney General Bill Barr said, stop. The FBI was like, there are duffel bags full of cash. We just need to check some bank records. And they're like, nope. Anyway, boys and girls, I've been following this story since Friday, and I got to tell you what, I am not seeing the media pick up this narrative. They'll pick up anything else in the world.
Yes.
They cannot even handle a simple Egyptian government bribed a president with cash. How do you not handle the suitcases full of cash story? It's simple. I want to do some fun facts and close with a heartwarming animal story. So here's a fun one. In the 1800s, a snail spent nearly 4 years glued to a specimen card in the British Museum before scientists realized it was still alive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the cool thing was they discovered it.
Idiotic.
They entered a state of dormancy, and it sealed itself with a mucous membrane called an
Idiotic.
epiphragm, and then after they put it in water, it was revived and became a minor celebrity at the museum. Influencer, had a whole hair care line. And finally, here's a picture that was labeled, I took a picture of 2 boobies, and here are some blue-footed boobies. Pair of boobies. And that has been the news from Facebook for the Blind for August 6th, 2024. Can you believe it? Now, handing it off to my beautiful co-host, Andrew TD. Is that right? Or wait, we're going Brain.
No brain.
Brain. Oh, I'm totally wrong.
First.
Whoa.
Brain damage.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
Handing it up
Let's
to my
go.
beautiful co-host for a nice average American length round 1.
All right, it's okay. I know that's just payback for the times that I forgot TD for the 1 week he was off. We're gonna start off round 1 with Nate Fakes and Manitasi. And here we have a cartoon of a can opener in front of a microphone, and a can, or actually can is in front of the microphone, and the can opener is waving. Behind them, it has a wall that says Comedy Kitchen. And the can is saying, how about another round of applause for my opener?
That was so
Dad
bad.
puns. Wait, what?
That was so bad it was good.
Yeah, really. And it's kind of a play on comedy too. It's just calling us all cans.
Love it.
Here we have dad puns with a 2-panel, and it's the smiley old man drinking tea in front of his computer. And in the first shot, it says, I have a condition where I feel the need to steal library books. And in the second shot, he is grinning. It says, I should probably get that checked out. That was just for you, Eric.
I could tell. I could tell. Don't do me any favors.
Today Comics has a cartoon of a couple T-Rexes doing some acrobatics. And a T-Rex with the ballerina tutu jumps off of her acrobatic pole, and the T-Rex without any clothes, assumed to be the male. Yes, I just assumed their gender based off one piece of tutu. But that's what the comic intends me to do. Either way, they have too much shorthands, and this is just going to completely end in disaster. Why did you guys become trapeze artists? Leave that to Robin and the Graysons. Leave that to Robin and the Graysons, please. That's a Batman joke.
I understood that reference.
Good job, Pawpaw.
Our next one is from speedbump.com, and we have 2 cats sitting out front in front of a wall, and there's a hole in the wall that says Whole Foods. Whole Foods spelled like a H-O-L-E, not like the Whole Foods store that we know of with a W-H-O-L-E.
Mm-hmm.
And one cat says, I hear all the mice are organic.
Oh, God.
We know they stay with the organics at Whole Foods. Here we got Nate Fakes again with a cartoon of a piece of paper with a rock and a scissors all tied up by a roll of Scotch tape. And it says tape wins.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew tape was involved in the rock, paper, scissors game. Much like they never taught us about the Y being sometimes a vowel back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I just aged myself. I don't care. Here we have Dennis the Menace. I think that's Dennis the Menace, right? Not Family Circus.
Yep.
No, that's Dennis the Menace. You were right.
All right, and they're at the beach. He's playing pale with his friend. Behind him is his mom, halfway in the shadow, hiding under a umbrella from the sun, and his dad. He tells his friend, "My dad wears the pants in the family, but my mom tells him which ones to wear."
Wah.
Not a lot of laughter because too much truth in that one. Truth. Here we have Bizarro, and I see in the corner, I found his blueberry pie this time. Oh no, I changed it by accident. This one is a cartoon of C-3PO having dinner out in space. He says, "Canned ravioli again?" And we see R2-D2 with a chef hat on, and it says, "Chef Boy R2-D2."
Oh my.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on me.
Here we got Nate Fakes once more. He loves playing the puns about rock, paper, scissors. But here we have a boxing ring filled with, on the outside, the coach is a pack of Post-it notes on a stool. On the inside, we've got a notebook with a pair of boxing gloves on, and he's versing a hole puncher. And the notepad says the Post-it note says to the notepad, "Careful! He's got quite the punch."
Wah.
He's definitely going to put some holes in that boy. Here we've got a 4-panel. We've got, in the first panel, has a bear wearing a shirt that says beard. Second panel, he removes the D. Now it says bear. Third panel, he puts the D over his face so that it is now his beard. He looks over and there's a goat that says nice. And you see the goat shirt says goat. And look at his beard. It is EE, so he's supposed to have goatee. Wonk, wonk, wonk. This is the one I'll end it on. Speed Bump. Obviously, you see Speed Bump and Nate Fakes had a lot of appearances in this one. And we've got a cartoon of some woman strolling through the grocery store. And she is passing the old bread, and we want to go home.
I hate it
Handing
and
it
love
off
it.
to you, TD.
I
I'm
hate
sure
it
it's
and
not
love it
quite
so much.
disgusting, but still a little disturbing.
I hate that I like it, and I think I like that I hate it.
Right.
You'll find
very
there's a
confusing.
lot of that on every episode, TD.
Very true.
Sammy's nodding. She knows what I'm saying. Oh, I shouldn't have laughed at that. I'm going to hell.
All right, everyone, we're back because we will not be doing TD's political commentary and Olympic update this week. We're actually just doing a regular old TD's often imitated, never duplicated short round one, brought to you by Really Depressing Shit. And this entire episode from me will have a theme: the dumbest shit I could find on the internet, just because I'm tired of being broken. I went from the dumbest shit from all corners of whatever, and here we go.
This is to balance out the depression. That's what you're saying?
Yes, it's all I got. This and the herbal supplements are all I have left, man.
Okay, all right. I didn't realize you were such a wuss.
Fight me. Play the memes.
Okay.
All right. Weird friend of the show, Shirts That Go Hard, has a picture of a person in a t-shirt that says, "It started with a kiss. How did it end up with piss?" And the "how did it end up with piss" part looks like it's written in pay. Yeah. I saw it, now so do you. Moving on.
Huh. Why are my controls not working?
I don't know. There we go. Okay. Well, we're doing something here.
It's not working like it usually does.
Oh, great.
Yeah, fun times. Wait. Oh, there go.
You skipped some, but you did get the move.
I did. I'm trying to get it back to the.
Okay.
There we go.
One. There we go. All right. Friend of the show, hell of a guy, pun intended. See you for poker on Friday. Satan.
Hail Satan.
Oh, Satan.
He says it's 50-50. And it's a picture of a sunset over the ocean or maybe a big ass lake, one of the two. And it says, you will be okay. Or you won't. One of those. I need this framed at my desk in my office.
Nice.
Friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me, Jason Jester. He says one more for the heathens. It looks like it's like a page from like a National Enquirer type magazine or cheap tabloid. It says monk who claims he saw face of Jesus in his margarine tub said, "I can't believe it's not Buddha."
Hey.
And you thought Brain was the only one with bad puns and dad jokes.
No.
No, you knew better. You've seen this show a time or two. Friend of the show, Bob Golan at Bob Golan says, you may think no one is there for you, but there's laundry. Laundry is always there for you. God, I feel this so hard.
Yup.
Who knew being an adult would be just laundry for the rest of your life? 3K Auto Work, I don't know you. It says our fire station is next to a police department. Pranks ensue. And it's apparently the firefighters have set up an old school rabbit trap, the box with the stick and bait under it and a string tied to the stick. And it says free donuts, and there's a guy in a cop car just staring at it. As a former firefighter, this is absolutely how your tax dollars get spent. The two agencies fucking with each other on a regular basis. All right, moving on, a little sight in the local politics. And the last one I got for the short round one here comes from Homegrown Puns, friend of mine. And it just says, my puns are, and it's a picture of a koala bear and a cup of tea. So my puns are koala tea. Oh, yeah, you love it. And that's all I got for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, short round one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. Over to you, Eric Sizemore.
Balancing things out there. See what he's doing. Public service. Volunteer.
I'm all about the mental health, man.
Hero to us all.
Now,
Hey,
you said it, not me.
Here's a fun one that I forgot to share in the news bit. So sorry, but this is Peggy Flanagan. And Tim Walz is governor of Minnesota, Michael's home state. And if he were to become the vice president, then Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan would be the governor of Minnesota. And she would be the first Native American woman governor in history. How cool is that?
Here, here.
So I'm looking forward to that. Over there in Them magazine, I'm sure you're a big fan. It said Donald Trump and JD Vance can't take being called weird for a week. Try being trans. which I don't know if you noticed, but it was the week to call them weird. Did you know that? A lot of weird.
Yeah.
My favorite part, like I said, about the NABJ interview, the National Association of Black Journalists, is they just point blank ask the disgraced former president, and he just went off the rails talking about black jobs, childless cat ladies, Kamala's racial identity. It was amazing. And I went back and rewatched it, and the woman from Fox tried to spoon feed him phrases, and he just batted them away. It just went on his own little tirade. So anyway, it's pretty funny. Meanwhile, Simone Biles clapped back with, I love my black job. Picture of Simone Biles holding up her gold medal. I'm like, oh, Jesus, thank you so much. So what I needed. Of course, everybody kept talking about the guy from Turkey, in the pistol competition, picking up a silver medal. Would like to point out he was actually in a team, and they seem to have edited the woman completely out of this coverage, but he became a celeb, and the Japanese really liked him and rendered him in sort of anime video game form and like broke down like all of the bits of his stance and his equipment for gaming, which in that style. Also, latte artists were inscribed
Yes.
on the cups of coffee.
Oh my god.
Pretty cool.
I've been saying ever since he came to prominence, he's like the new Salt Bay guy.
Mm. Love it. And then of course there were all the parodies. Here's Divine with a pistol. Freaking love that. And over his body. And Michael Gentry Seagrave says, I can't believe what the Olympics have turned into.
Oh god.
But my absolute favorite, superimposed onto the Turkish pistol shooter, the lady from Kung Fu Hustle with a cigarette hanging on her mouth. It just works perfect. Hey, you got my rent?
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite movies, actually. So yeah, that's fitting.
From friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson, kicking butt as always. Friend of the show, Jason Brown, posted this ostensible skit from a job interview. Interviewer, do you have a police record? Me, no, but I do have a few of their albums on cassette.
Hey.
Hires me instantly. Go 3-4 more here. Friend of the show, Stephen Abram, has posted this picture of all the characters from Sesame Street. It says Sesame Street is, quote, biased to the left, according to Project 2025. It says, I assume because it has black, brown, and gay characters, but maybe also because it teaches basic reading skills and compassion. I tell you what, man, nothing make those conservatives real mad and like basic reading skills. This is there's only one trans boxer at the Olympics, but it is not a trans woman. There are none good enough to have qualified. It's a trans man called Hergy Bakyadan. That doesn't fit the bigots' narrative, though, so they will ignore it and lie instead. So again, we all heard about a boxer who was actually a woman, but did we hear about no, you didn't. This is the first, right? Lie to me. Tell me you heard about it before that. No, you didn't. Here we got the guys in Pawn Stars, and the guy behind the counter has the Olympics rings on the top of it, and he says, sorry, Joanne, we don't have a trans woman you can tweet about. Best I can do is a cis woman with high testosterone. So I guess I thought these things were funnier than it's okay. And friend of the show, Patton Oswald posted, Dear people citing the Bible. It's a cool book with some wonderful passages, but it also has ghost sex and giants and super babies and demons. It's why we don't make laws based on Game of Thrones, My Little Pony, or Legend of Zelda. And that has been my ostensibly wholesome round one. Handing it back to you, Brave.
All right, let's try it out. See what happens. Here we have Gaming Layer. It says grocery hauls sure are wild. And it says this is what $200 in groceries gets you. Here we have a bag of flour, some green bananas, a spinach and goat cheese frozen pizza, a box of Eggo pancakes, and a 1,325-piece Lego Star Wars set Stud City.
Oh, that looks like my cart.
Yeah, $200. They lied. Those Lego sets are like $300 by themselves.
A lot.
Mhm.
Here we have the Spider-Man posting a 4-panel, which is mocking what's this movie called? Red Room? What's it called?
The Shining.
Oh, The Shining.
The
Yep.
Shining. Looks like a Nate Fakes. The guy's getting a lot of love from me today. And in one panel, the axe is coming through the door, and what's the lady's name? Shelley Duvall or something like that?
Yes.
Yep. Good.
She's screaming. Then Jack Nicholson says, "Here's Johnny." And then the next panel there, it says, "No, seriously, I really have to use the bathroom. Can you hurry up?"
As a married man, I can vouch for that.
That is some red rum moments, though, isn't it? Sometimes. All right, here we have Daily Mountain Cabins, and then now I gotta let me scroll in. We have a cartoon of a bird and a worm with a nightcap on, sticking his head out of the hole. And the worm thinks to himself, "Oh, damn it! I should have hit snooze a few more times." Says, "We know that early bird gets the worm."
You never do look at it from the worm's perspective.
It's Maria Skirvin. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. Sorry, lady. That was the first time getting on here. I'm not gonna get it right the first time. And we have Bacon by Lonnie Millsap. And we have 2 lemons sitting on a park bench. Behind them says a stand that says Lemonade 150, and one says to the other, who would have thought that a weak bladder could be so profitable? And underneath him is a bunch of cups
Oh
catching
God!
his lemonade.
Brain, I'm gonna punch you.
You will punch Lonnie Millsap.
No, you shared it to me. I'm punching you.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure out who this one is. It looks like it says Mac Dre, but it is not Mac Dre. RP Mac Dre. I don't know who you are, friend. Your shit is too squibbly for me to shout you out. So somebody drew this, and there's a cartoon of 2 fishes fishing for a man, and one actually hooked and caught one, and this man is floating down, panicking. And the other one says, "What you using for bait?" And the fish who caught the man says, "Beer."
Fair.
Here we have a cartoon from Warren. These people really need to.
Yeah.
Are you doctors or cartoonists? Which one? At least it says UFS.Inc. or something. I don't know what the fuck that means. But we have some cartoons, and it's a family, a husband and wife, driving by, and he says, "Sheesh, look at the size of that pothole." And the wife says, "Oh, let's stop. They opened a Starbucks inside of it." And you see there definitely is a Starbucks inside of that pothole.
Oh my.
Oakland has potholes big enough to fit Starbucks in them, but not bougie enough to get a Starbucks. And here we have another cartoon that does not have anybody on it. I think I got this one from the Fuck Around and Find Out page.
Nice.
And it has a bunch of rolls of toilet paper sitting in a toilet paper meeting. And they are looking to their leader, who is just a blank toilet paper roll without any toilet paper left on it. And he tells them, "Your lives will continue to stink until the day you find your center."
Oh my.
Nate fakes again with a cartoon of 2 pencils in a dressing room. One pencil is brand new. The other one has a sharp point. There are shavings on the counter. The pencil that's brand new tells this one that has a sharp point, "Next time you shave, can you please clean up after yourself?"
Mwah.
Here we have a cartoon from, again, Nate Fakes. I think I overplayed this guy today. We have a chili pepper coming to the door. Must have been asking, "Can you come out to play?" Because there is a bottle of grounded pepper, black pepper, and it says, "Sorry, I can't come out and play. I just got grounded."
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure this is the last one for me for this round. We got Game, Layer, and Puns tag teaming again. It says, "This got me," and it's the 3 panel of I think that's what, Space Mountain or something like that? Magic Mountain? I don't fucking know.
Race the Witch Mountain.
Whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
It's The Rock, and he
Yep.
looks into the, he's always looking back, and he says, "I just saw 2 huge blackbirds stuck together." And the girl in the back, she says, "They must be Velcros." And The Rock turns and looks at her like, "What the?" Velcros, TD, Velcros. Blackbirds stuck together.
Oh, I got it.
Wow.
Yeah, don't think I didn't get it. I got it. All right, continuing my quest to find the dumbest shit in the internet. We have round 2, the inebriated round. Place your bets.
Hey, I bet you're inebriated.
Take the over. All right. Anyway, Brior one says exactly, and it's little article here. The mini article says Mel Brooks was once asked how he. Hello. It says Mel Brooks was once asked how he, as a Jewish man, was able to make so many silly jokes about Nazis. He said that evil people enjoy being portrayed as villains, but they detest being made to look like fools.
Yup.
Especially when they're so good at doing it themselves. Talking to you, Republican dickwads. All right, moving on.
Ah!
Yeah, I posted this, but this comes from some dude named Sizemore sent me this. That's right. Talking about our fearless leader here. And I just say, I've never related with an inanimate object more. And it's this weird Tamagotchi looking critter guy that Sizemore found that says, please fill me with cheese. It's all that I want. Fuck off, bell pepper. Cheese is better. My body, my choice on a toilet. Because, you know, if you eat a bunch of cheese, you can't poop. I do not want banana. Feed me just cheeses. Insert it here, pointing at the mouth. It's just cheese. Fill me with cheese. I feel this. All right, moving on. I like cheese, is what I'm saying.
Obvious plant. Good sight.
Yes. Friend of the show, Charlie Classic. Hey, buddy. He just had his 43rd Snapchat account deleted, and he just got a new one back. So congratulations, Charlie. It says, I'm sorry, but this would absolutely slap when you have diarrhea. Imagine having somewhere to hold and rest your head while you're writhing in pain. And it's this really fancy toilet that where the front half of a horse is attached to the front of the toilet. So yeah, if you're sitting on the toilet, it's like you're riding this majestic white horse. Or if you're like drunk or, you know, have the shits, you can hang on to the horsey and ride it out.
Dude, that smooth part right in front of the mane there looks so cool. Like I would love
Right?
to rest my cheek on that. I've never laid on porcelain horizontally. That would be nice.
Yeah, very true. Moving on. Sickos Committee, new friend of the show, I think.
Okay.
Posts this picture here, and it's a bunch of horses in kind of like wooden stall boxes, and there's not a lot of room for them to move, and they're all on an airplane. And Cosmic Cowgirl says, everybody shut up. The plane they use to fly the horses from all over the world to the Olympics for the equestrian events is called Air Horse One.
That's pretty stupid.
That's wonderful puntsmanship on the airplane's behalf. All right, moving on.
Very nice.
Very nice. And very stupid. Friend of the show, Sally Taylor Valadez. Hey, Fred. I call her Fred.
Hey, Sally.
She posed from Deals and Discounts, and it's a wheel with various phrases on it, such as gambling man or rambutan. And the wheel is labeled, whoa, Black Betty, Bramble Jam, Hammer Lamb, Mammogram. It just keeps going on. It's funny.
I think
my
scam.
Yeah, Ponzi Scam is good.
Half a gram.
Half a gram is a good one. I thought the rambutan was quite funny.
Nice.
All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Frank Brooks, posts a picture of an animated little 4-panel here. Then first one, the guy's eating, got his fork in his hand. The second one, his dog's staring at him. He looks at the dog, and he goes, "No, down." The dog's as cute as it could be, little tongue hanging out, eyes all big and stuff. And the next one, the guy's got his hands in the air because the dog's standing on its hind legs with a gun pointed at him, going, "I'm done begging, Jerry." That's why we have our firearms locked up so that the dogs don't try to rob me for food.
I like it.
Friend of the show, John Means, also known as Dr. Gonzo. He goes, "I'm 12," and it's a picture of this Olympian feller from China and his teammate, and apparently their team name, because their last names, is Long Wang. And of course, how the score box is over Mr. Long and or Wang. It doesn't look like he's wearing any clothes.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm 12. Moving on.
That'd be funny if when they put the black bars on things to censor it on TV, they labeled what they were censoring.
There you go, man. Oh my. Hey, I had to do it because you ain't here. Shithead Steve, friend of the show, Shithead Steve. Repost from Roger Sherman. And it's a picture of John Travolta at the Olympics looking like a supervillain, honestly, clapping. And it says, Simone Biles does the most incredible thing you've ever seen a human do. NBC producer. Okay, great. Now cut to Evil Travolta. Give me Evil Travolta on one ASAP. He does. He looks like he's about to be like, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die."
Well, I loved his villain He was a villain in Broken Arrow, right? I like that one.
Yeah, he was a villain there. He was a weird villain-like thing in Swordfish and Battlefield Earth, if you're one of the 3 people that saw that.
I did, and I'm not going to forgive you for reminding me of it.
And of course, Face Off, he played the good guy and the bad guy at the same time.
That was a fun movie.
Yes. Wrapping up round 2 here. Friend of the show, the Couchman at Couchman Bakes, the home of Baking While Baked, the show where I make delectable baked goods full of sugar and spice while I'm flavor and feel nice. We just returned. It's good to be back, but I posted this goofy ass thing. It says it's a picture of Snoop Dogg at the Olympics. Who knew if you had Snoop Dogg as the Olympic mascot in 2024 on your bingo card? No, you didn't. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Snoop Dogg at the Olympics. Got his glasses up and his eyes all big, and he's making his weird face. And I commented, that face you make when somebody pulls out a lighter looks just like the one you lost at the last smoke sesh. I know too many comedians. That's why I made this joke, because I've lost so many. The amount of lighters in Jesse Tuttle's apartment alone. All right, and that's all I got for round 2, the inebriated round. Because guess what? Oh yeah, over to you, Sizemore.
I want to attempt to figure out how you would express that look. I believe Snoop Dogg is raising his sunglasses and giving the
Yeah. There you go.
So I like it quite a bit. Very nice, very nice. All right, what do we call it here? We're saying oh yeah, round 2, the irradiated round. And much like TD, yes, over under on whether or not I am irradiated. Okay, getting into it. Friend of the show and fellow East Central Illinois comic JD Grieving
Hi, JD.
pass along this quote in pink. I love it. It says, the Olympic opening ceremony backlash is kind of like if you got pissed the radio was playing a Taylor Swift song because you hate Katy Perry, but it wasn't the radio, it was a microwave.
Yes.
JD is so nuts and I love him to pieces, man. This one here from N Grossman 81, friend of the show, says people boycotting the Olympics over the opening ceremonies sure have opinions about a woman's Olympic boxing match they saw. And like, oh God, I really wanted to post that on my PE teacher's page. Dude, I want you to read this one, Tubby TD. It's the
I got you, bro.
heads from Easter Island.
Yes, the Easter Island statue fellers, and it says, dude, we're stoned. Hell yeah. I need that on a t-shirt.
I don't know why. I don't remember why, but I got really into Easter Island heads this week. So here's a 2-panel. The first one says nature is healing, and then the second one, the heads have like hair.
No.
Face. I don't know, man. I'm not writing it off right away. I mean, it looks natural.
No, it don't.
All right. Well, sit
A
with
rug is a rug, no matter how big it is.
well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. This is the heads, sitting there with the pursed lips, sort of staring, stony faced. It says, point of view. The teacher asks if anybody has a question. The class. If you've ever looked out at a class, you'll know that this is totally accurate. Here we have the Stoneheads, and they're being excavated. And one of the big news about this is that as they went down, they weren't just heads, that there was like whole bodies. And there was a lot of different conjecture on that. And as we get all the way down, we see the front and back, and we see Giorgio from Ancient Aliens, and he goes, thongs. Because indeed, they were buried, so we didn't know they were wearing thongs. I don't know. Here we just have the Rock. Yeah, the Rock as a Maori head, given the raised eyebrow.
The people's eyebrow, show respect.
The people's eyebrow.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Dudes, I don't know. Okay, I'm glad you have that association, because when you said that, I just heard dun dun dun, the people's court. Dun, dun, dun. The people's.
Well, you're about to
Wow.
shine it up real nice.
Turn that something
sideways.
I
Your
got
candy
nothing.
ass.
We're not gonna tell you where to stick it.
I got nothing. All right, I'm hitting you guys with this picture here. Friend of the show, Stephen Abrams, second appearance in the show with a post from Diana Moss. Says, if you feel useless today, remember somebody is working as a lifeguard at the Olympics. And we see a picture of a very bored lifeguard. I like that one all the time. Here we have a picture from Chuck that's labeled the 6 most common causes of vaginal dryness. And it's Ted Cruz and Ben Shapiro and Alex Jones. Tucker Carlson making that face like, I think I'm going to want to talk to your manager. And Don Jr. looking coked up. Yeah. Friend of the show, Sage. You guys remember Sage? You remember Sage, TD?
Vaguely.
Yeah, she was a big fan. She's got a post from Janelle Camo at Very Bad Llama, who says, childless woman is such a 19th century ass insult. What else you got? Do I render inferior tallow? Do my cabbages grow pale? Does the quality of my sock darning bring shame upon my father's name? Originally found in History for the Witty, I believe. Absolutely spot on. I liked it. I was really hoping for some doths, but she did only go 19th century. So I was like, oh, okay, we don't have any doths. Friend of the show, Chuck, in here a second time, says, dear conservative guys, I heard all your well thought out arguments made from your vast knowledge of biology and endocrinology. And based on that, I agree. All of you with low T are actually women now. Please adjust your wardrobe. Bathroom choices. And if we're pretending you've got a wealth of knowledge on sports, your choice of city league teams you play in. Also, effective immediately, I'm going to need you to take a pay cut. That's reasonable. Hey, I don't make the rules. You guys do. P.S. You should smile more. Good luck out there, ladies. By the way, posted in the Sons of Liberty, which I found out is a guy pretending to be one of these, like, crazy people at Sons of Liberty, but he's actually one of us. Just he's got your beard and glasses and my anarchist spirit. And he wears like Confederate t-shirts and shit. It's okay. Anyway, friend of the show, Stephen Abram, making a third appearance in the show. My God, I got to lay off this guy. He's got a post from Dennis Opal at cell0@Suzico.xyz. No relation. Says, I'm British, so I've never heard of a DEI hire. They make it sound like it's about hiring people that are not qualified, so I can only assume it stands for Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka. DEI.
I love British people.
DEI hire. Absolute nonsense. I could not believe the racism I saw across the punditry in the right. It was absolutely insane. I'm in a group called White Dudes for Harris 2024. You feel free to join if you'd like. It's a fun one. Got a picture here of a MAGA chud who is wearing a Confederate Stars and Bars inspired shirt. He's got 2 Confederate Stars and Bars flags sticking out of the back of his shirt. He's wearing a Stars and Bars baseball hat and apparently has Stars and Bars shorts. And it's captioned, the best 5 years of this guy's life was 2nd grade. Like, he's like, remember, man, we had like fun clothes and flags and stuff, man. It's good times. Anyway, this just in, the USA just won a gold in jumping to conclusions at this year's Olympics. Hashtag blessed. And finally, the best and worst of Twitter too has this post from Christina Holland at American Wombat. Says, didn't get to see the end of a cool dream I was having because of woke. And that wraps up my irradiated round 2. Back to you, Bray.
All right, let's get this one started. We've got She Ratchet Means posted the great underpayment debate, and 23rd at Marion 23rd put, being underpaid isn't a pass to be bad at whatever job you signed up to do. Memes are. And at no MEG puts, yes, it is. Because as we all know, if you do your job too well, they're just going to ask you to do someone else's too.
Yup.
Gaming Layer Puns tag teaming again with just a giant pair of dentures. And it says, whoever came up with the word dentures really missed the opportunity to call them substitutes.
Ah,
This,
that reminds me.
I honestly probably would not have read this meme at all if I didn't think, why did somebody make human teeth shark teeth?
Ah. Dude, that reminds me of the classic joke. Do you know how we know that the toothbrush was invented in West Virginia? If it had been invented anywhere else, it would have been called a teeth brush. So bad.
Gaming Layer again with the nostalgia 90s posted a picture of what's this, Tanya Harding and what's the other lady,
Oh,
Nancy
yeah.
Kerrigan?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding. And hopefully everybody on here is old enough to know what that reference is. But for those of us that are listening and might not, back in the 80s, I think Nancy Kerrigan was that was the knee, or that was the skater?
Okay.
Skaters.
Nancy Kerrigan was the skater, and so was Tanya Harding. But Nancy Kerrigan was favored to do much better in the Olympics. So Tanya Harding figured, okay, let's take her out of the picture.
And she cracked her in the knee with like some kind of stick or something like that, right?
She had her husband hire a guy to do it.
Steel police baton,
Damn.
telescopic baton.
Damn! I forgot that she was a skater too. I thought she came out the woodwork and just did it.
Oh, no.
I forgot about that. But yeah, but it says here in the caption, it says, back in the day when athletes took a knee, they took a knee. So that's probably somebody mad about people kneeling about during the national anthem, but that is a pretty good. Surprisingly, puns didn't tag team with Gang Lair on this one, because that's a pretty good pun there.
Yeah.
Even TD likes it. Oh, look at that, Eric. This one is set up just for you. What is that you have there?
Look at that. Chris Garner has posted 3 smiling, laughing faces saying sorry about this. But he has a picture of a guillotine and a man being led up to the guillotine by the death master. And we see that beneath the holes, there are pegs like a pachinko game and points at the bottom. And it says, just because your job sucks doesn't mean you can't make it fun.
I love those point values.
Yeah, I wish I could play the Plinko music right here. Plink, 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 plink. Here we've got Searching for Treasures, says, enjoy the pictures. And we've got the Wicked Witch of the West pleading, wait! If you'll throw that water on me, I'll vaporize. And Dorothy has the bucket cocked back, ready to throw the water, and she says, is that right? All I can say is, you'll be missed. M-I-S-T, missed. Vaporized. Whack, whack, whack. Here we have, looks like Scott Hilburn cartoon, and it is a therapist in the office talking to his client, which is a AAA battery. And that AAA battery is saying, I feel like I'm never included. Here we got, looks like this one's Bizarro Comics. And it is a cartoon of a woman talking to her friend, and she has some kind of zombie on her arm. And she says, they say all the good men are taken, but they're just not digging hard enough. And if you trip that zombie, he's like, son of a bitch, is that how I got here?
Yep.
They're not digging hard enough. Okay. Here we have Ashley Cooper, and it is a picture of the Grim Reaper, and he says, oh, I'm dead. And there's an old man that says, that's okay. Oh, speak louder. Here we have cartoon of looks like Whammond or something like that. And there's a guy, and he comes across some bins. One bin has a broken guitar of some sort with some music notes. It's labeled Woulda bin. Another bin in the middle has some old skates, a hockey stick, and a jersey. This bin is labeled Coulda Been. Then we have a bin with a typewriter and some books, and it's labeled Shoulda Been. Then we have a squirrel in the corner saying, better than a has been. All right, you guys don't like
All
that
right.
one. And then this is gonna be the last one for me on this one. This is a comedian Jamar Pitts, killing out here in the Bay Area right now. Posted someone named Carlos Kareem Wyndham, and it has a hat. It has a man swimming, a chair, and a heart. It is labeled August 5th, 2023. Never forget. And for those that have forgotten, yes, that was the
Oh,
day that
yeah.
The
they
Alabama
attacked the
vote
man.
fight.
He threw off his hat. In comes swimming another patron. A chair gets thrown, and a lot of hearts got warmed that day. A lot of hearts got warmed that day.
Oh, warm and
Passing
fuzzy.
it off to you, TD. See, sometimes I give you a heartfelt one.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's not all gloom and doom. And finally, folks, we're gonna wrap up the dumb shit quest with rounds 3 turkeys. Bring them in. Let's go.
I love that segment name, Dumb Shit Quest.
Thank you.
TD's Act 3, Dumb
Dumb
Shit Quest.
shit quest. Hey, what can I say? A friend of the show, Cutting Edge, pasted a picture of a sign for a truck yard. I know that because it says so on the sign. It's one of those light up signs with the arrow. It says, "Is butt cheeks one word, or should I spread them apart?" that's the response I expected, Eric. Just
Yeah.
word of the day. Word of the day. I don't know. It says it's a picture of like cheeseburgers on the grill and stuff. It says, "I just cooked a hamburger. My husband I just choked on a hamburger my husband grilled yesterday. Coughed like crazy, could barely breathe, and all I could vision was my husband walking around my funeral with a smile. That's right, she choked on my meat."
Oh.
Because yes, ladies, yes we would. Excuse me. Hey, moving on. Nerds over 40. Acquaintance said, "God forbid women have hobbies," and it's from Washington County Sheriff's Office, Maryland. It says, "Information needed. For several nights now, women in dinosaur costumes have been harassing motorists in downtown Hagerstown." And sure enough, it's women in dinosaur costumes with sexy dresses on and stuff. Apparently, they're fucking with people.
Huh.
Oh, it's a really cool costume. It's a really cool costume.
I'd like to check out how many comments say, "Those are the reptilians."
Right? The lizard people are
Shapeshifters.
amongst us.
Oh my God.
All right, moving on. Gary Good. I don't know. It says, "Did you know 87% of the Western population actually believe the NASA 1969 moon landing is real?" And it's a picture of the moon landing. And someone says, modern Marxist says, "That's because it is." And Remington says, "Even the fucking commie knows it was real." And modern Marxist goes, "Thanks, capitalist pig." And Remington does the shaking hand emojis anytime. See, we can all get along.
That's
Just gotta find someone
fantastic.
dumber than us to make fun of them.
Oh my God, that is key.
Yeah. All right, moving on. I'm solving things over here. Friend of the show, friend of mine, Alexander David Tyus. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Alexander David Tyus says, "Gonna log this away for later usage." He posts from the Buck and Jenny, and it's a picture of two colonial-looking white people, and it says, "Cockwobble is derogatory British slang for a person, usually male, who is prone to making outrageously stupid statements and or inappropriate behavior while having a very high opinion of their own wisdom and importance." I'm going to use this word in a sentence. Donald Trump is a cockwobble.
Cockwomble.
Womble. I'm sorry. Cockwomble.
Cockwomble. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Of the throat. Back of the throat.
Back of the throat. Cockwomble.
Really lean into the colonialism of it.
There you go. Matt Hole Mommy. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
She says, "I want these so bad." And it's a picture here. It says, "Be honest, you want these salt and pepper shakers." And it's a set of salt and pepper shakers with salt and pepper on it from the 90s. Push it. Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's deep cut.
Yeah, you know you want it. Sci-fi Imaginarium. I don't know you. Has a picture here of Brian and Stewie from Family Guy, and they're in orange jumpsuits. They're in jail, and they're sitting next to another guy who's in an orange jumpsuit in jail. It says, and Stewie's like, "What are you in for?" And the guy goes, "I shouted, 'May the Force be with you' at a Star Trek convention." And Stewie's all hugging up on Brian, all scared. Brian, there's some bad people in here.
Yeah, that's where it started a fight right there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been to the conventions, man. You don't want to get on the wrong side of a nerd turf war. All right, moving on. It's ugly. Many people were lost that day. Duchess Anna of Banana, friend of the show, has a picture of Noah's Ark with animals on it and shit. Says Captain's Log, day 39. Roasted unicorn is delicious.
Nice.
And that's why we don't have any, folks.
I love
Somebody
that-
got the munchies with 1 day left of the rain.
Dude, I loved how for some reason you sounded like Chekhov on there, man. Captain's log.
That's the inebriation aspect kicking in. All right, moving on.
You slip your cover and you're Russian again. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Don't blow my cover, comrade. Okay. FL Dad at FL Dad 219. Friend of the show, friend of mine. It's a picture of Oscar the Grouch staring at Kermit the Frog, and Kermit kind of looking back at him and says, "Me trying to explain to the homeless guy outside of the 7-Eleven that I too need money for drugs."
Ah.
I feel this. All right. The only store in my town is a Casey's. Of course I understand this. All right, moving on.
Oh my God.
Friend of the show, once again, Satan.
Hell, Satan.
Thank
Hail
you.
Satan.
It says it's a picture here. And it says, "Don't have a bookmark? Try using a rotisserie chicken instead." And sure enough, it's a picture of a book. And right in the middle of the 2 pages is a whole ass rotisserie chicken. I mean, hey, not only do you have a bookmark, but you get hungry. Snack time. All right, moving on. Dank Sinatra, at Dank Sinatra, friend of the show, says, "Ha ha ha. I fucking hate it when I do shit like this." And I understand. It's a picture of Jim Brewer, not friend of the show. It's a picture of Jim Brewer from Half Baked, looking like Jim Brewer in Half Baked. Says, "Cashier, have a good day. Me high as fuck. Bye. I love you." Yeah, that all I'm gonna say is yeah.
You heard me before the show tell you guys I had a maintenance guy come by, so I have a new friend.
Did you tell him you loved him?
I
And
did.
finally, my quest of bullshit wraps up here with, once again, in front of the show, the Couchman at Couchman Bakes says, "My first question is why?" And I made this meme because I saw this and I had to ask and just say, I'm a stoner and I don't think I'd eat this because it is lobster ice cream. Butter-based ice cream with real chunks of lobster. And they had to put a second tag. Yes, there's real lobster pieces in the ice cream. I am a stoner, and no, this would not, even I'm looking at this going, nah, bro, that's enough for me, dog.
Uh-huh. You say that. I offer you a free sample. You're a liar.
I mean, I'm going to take a free sample because I'm not an idiot. You take the free samples. That don't mean I got to like it.
I would bet fucking money.
You really? You find me some of this shit, and I will try it and tell you how much it sucks.
Really? You want some lobster ice cream that's traveled?
Okay, you got a point.
They don't make that around here.
I may have to figure out how to make this myself.
Yeah, there you go. All right, excellent.
All right, oh yeah, that's all I got for round 3. I forgot to do this part. Hey, Sizemore, go.
Yep. I know how to do this stuff. All right. Queuing up the penultimate round before leaving only our post with the most. All right, kicking things off with anti-QAnon memes. First appearance in the show and one of my favorite sites. If you're not following anti-QAnon memes, you are missing out. Got a post from Nick Angelello who says, "It's hilarious that being called weird was a bridge too far for the people ready for a civil war." Remember that a couple minutes ago? They're like, oh, we're armed. We're gonna... Yeah, no, you're weird. Shut up.
No. Oh,
A lot of that this week. Stop calling us weird. This is captioned. And we've got the QAnon shaman at January 6th in his buffalo horns. We've got a woman in the center here wearing gold lame diapers with some kind of red, white, and blue bumper sticker on it, and a red t-shirt that says "Real men wear diapers." And boy, she's just real into it. They're weird. They're just weird. There's more pictures here too, but I'm not going to describe them because they're weird. Anti-QAnon memes a couple weeks back even had the picture of JD Vance here with his hot dog at the counter. Says, how you just sit down with a hot dog at the cash register. Do you see that? He's at the cash register. And Nerdy Eggroll says they probably wouldn't let him sit in a booth because it was cushioned. Because they're fucking weird.
No, fucking furniture.
They're fucking furniture because they're fucking weird. Here we have a picture of Elon Musk in a leather jacket just screaming at the top of his lungs with fists balled up. I'm not weird. First commenter, Jim, says, if you have to say you're not weird, that's weird. Here's the yellow Gadsden flag with the springy snake, and it says, nobody is tready on you, sweetie. You're weird. Here was a nice quote that I liked. It said, if Kamala was trying to deny her Indian heritage, she would have changed her name to Nikki. Because there was a whole... Anyway, addressing nonsense that the Tangerine Toddler said. Putting workers first, friend of the show. Putting workers first. If you're not following Putting Workers First, what are you putting first? I got a post from Nat at Nano Pierogi who says, 20-something. My rent is in Crete. Some guy. Why do you live somewhere so expensive? Have you considered moving to a dilapidated shack in the swamp? Do you think there aren't jobs? My buddy got a job kidnapping children for bog witches. It's not glamorous, but it pays well. This generation. It's like, oh my God, I have had this. I've talked to this guy.
Right.
Here's something that's, okay, blowed me away. Again, my junior high PE teacher posted this. Better grab this one before Facebook blocks it because, they're the victims. They're being oppressed. And it's a picture of the Italian boxer, and it says, I'm with her. So they're with the loser of that boxing match. Anyway, very strange. Very, very strange. Best and worst of Twitter, too, has a post from, it's blacked out his name here. It says, how the fuck didn't the USA win the gold medal for shooting? Somebody says, because it wasn't a high school?
we were making those jokes at work, but we weren't classy enough to say high school.
Right. Yeah, I know. I was, yeah, all over the place. Did you guys happen to see this one? I absolutely love this. Italian gymnast and Olympic silver medalist Giorgia Villa is sponsored by Parmigiana Reggiana, resulting in her taking a lot of photos with huge wheels of Parmesan cheese.
I'm so confused by these.
No, you're not.
fuck, it's just
They're making you hungry and thirsty, TD. It's not confusing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but it's just so weird, man. It's hilarious. I love that she's just like, look, I'm gonna be oddly sexy on wheels of cheese.
Look, I brought to you by friend of the show, cheese.
Yeah, word.
This is an interesting series that I missed out on, so I was happy that Evan Loves Worf, blue check mark, Evan Loves Worf at SJessJ had posted these two pictures of J.K. Rowling. And J.K. Rowling is sitting in a house, on one side here, and Sam has commented, Sam at Mushy Crouton says, sorry, but is that black mold growing up on the walls of her house? Is that why she's the way she is? And then a little while later, she literally changed her profile picture because of this.
Oh my gosh.
Because the guy says, is that black mold growing up the walls of your house? Is that why she's the way she is? Oh God. And people had a field day. And then people were saying, wait, is that a faux genitalia growing out of her left ear in her new profile pic?
Oh my God. It does look a little phallic.
And it's like, what is happening? J.K. Rowling. Oh, what a long fall it has been. But maybe it's the black mold. Now we at least have a rationale. Just wanted to remind you, this is a fun one. Governor of Minnesota and now vice presidential candidate Tim Walz named a highway after Prince, and he signed that bill in purple ink. Come on.
I just heard of this guy today, and I love him.
Right? Look at it. It's just yeah, I really like this guy. Sorry that our Minnesota connection isn't here to enjoy this with us. But
I know I wanted so much to talk with that other South Canadian that I know.
Yes. A lot of purple in this photo, though. How cool is that? On a purple table with a purple candle, dressed in purple with a purple top. I love this man. So here is a picture of Elon Musk, and I started it with a caption of, with a $56 billion pay package in his pocket, voted for by the board, Musk said that building Tesla's next generation EV in 2025 will require workers to make sacrifices. MySanAntonio.com says that Tesla workers will have to sleep at the Texas Gigafactory. Did you hear that?
I'm so confused.
So he just got the biggest pay package in history, and he's just like, you guys are going to have to sleep at work. And you're going to have to make some sacrifices here, really pull a company together. And friend of the show, Paul Kotheimer, says, what? They get to keep all their vital organs? Yeah, Paul, sounds like he owns some Tesla stock. So I'm thinking. All right, so when I have to go to my happy place, like TD has to go to his dumb shit quest, I go to the heads of Easter Island. I go to the heads of Easter Island. We see the heads of Easter Island here now with a rope attached. We have ropes tied around them. We see arms that are pulling on them, and in the third panel, we see that the head has tipped over and given out a giant Pez.
No, go. Why? No, not
And
the giant Pez dispenser.
They are worshiping him. Pez, Pez. Got about two more. The best and worst of Twitter too, making another appearance from Kelly Francis. Kelly at Kelly_LE says, if you think about the vastness of space and how enormous our galaxy is and how big our planet is and how small we are, I'm not really eating all that much cheese.
Hell yeah. This is the cheese episode, apparently.
This is for you. This is for you. I know.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We're thinking of Wisconsin this week. All right. And lastly, Gourmet Spud at Gourmet Spud. And if you're not following Gourmet Spud, you are missing out. Where are you getting your Gourmet Spud? Has posted this, says, love when the IT person asks if I tried restarting my computer, and I tell them yes. I can feel their respect for me increasing. We're not quite equals, but I'm no common rube.
I love the use of the word rube.
Rube. Absolutely. That is everything but my post with the most. Back to you, Brain.
All right,
Go
here's
Brain.
my post of the most for this week. And of course, we got Gaming Layer Puns Tag Team again. I just want to point out at this top right corner over here, it says 49% on my phone when I screenshotted this. So, yeah, the 49ers are still not going to win again. The NFL scripted. Let's move on. Let's move on. Ouch. Was that ouch for me or ouch for the meme? We're going to find out. We have a 3-panel, I think. And TD, I'm not a Star Trek guy. Can you tell me who these guys are, please?
That is Jean-Luc Picard on the left and Commander Will Riker on the right.
All right. Well, John Luber, whatever you said, says, I accidentally rubbed ketchup in my eyes. And Major, I already forgot, says, really, Captain? And Captain now says, I now have hindsight.
Oh,
Hindsight.
no, it wasn't any
Pass
funnier
it
the
off to
second
you,
time,
Kitty.
Brian.
No,
Thank you for
What-
telling me names that I did and immediately forgot. Immediately.
I thought that was. I
It,
thought that
it-
was.
it wasn't any better the second time, Brain.
I
Oh,
thought it was.
man.
I thought it was very well done, and that you took a character with a French name, Jean-Luc Picard, who actually
With a
is played
British
by
accent.
British accent, and you did him
It-
like
it
a
made
little
him-
German.
It made it, yeah, it made him sound like
Hindsight.
one of my German, yeah, it made him sound like one of my German uncles. Good Lord.
That was fantastic.
Scheiße!
Scheiße! Okay.
Oh, Doomcock.
That was
All
my
right, moving
nickname in high
on.
school, the Scheissenkopf.
Yes! Oh my God.
TD.
Oh my God. Oh, I love you guys so much. Massimo at Rainmaker 1973. I've given you guys plenty of dumb shit tonight, but we're actually going to give you something to send you home with a warm and fuzzy. In 1959, 9-year-old Ronald McNair was told he couldn't check out his books from Lake City's segregated library. He went on to become a karate champion, earned an MIT PhD in physics, and became a NASA astronaut. Today, that library is named after him, and here we have a picture of Richard McNair, badass, with really sweet mutton chops.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say,
Oh.
send you home happy. All right, that's all I got for my post the most this week. Over to you, Mr. Eric.
Very nice, very nice. Here we have an adapted photo of the Last Supper, except that Hannibal Lecter is at the center and it's empty. Just Hannibal.
Oh God, I hate that. I love this.
It's a very nice Last Supper, and I posted this on Facebook and just captioned it. I'm primarily on Facebook for the art.
Oh my.
That was my post with the most. And I think that wraps up an entire episode, the weird episode 170. Can you believe it, guys? 4 years, 170.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's a,
170.
there's a lot of cheese memes.
Word.
We love you so much. We love you, George. Mwah.
Mwah.
George.
Oh, thank you for the movie. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.